What's up guys, Austin here with O.C.D Mobile Detailing. We're getting the trailer set up here. We wanted to kind of walk you through just a couple steps, and we're going to kind of show you guys the water tank setup too, so because I haven't seen a lot of videos of that, and this is just something I'm coming up with. We got our trailer here. We got it for $800, and it's a pretty good trailer. It's a 5x8. We went to Home Depot yesterday. We got these pieces of plywood. They're each 4x8s. We got 2 pieces. We cut them down to 5x4 and then laid 2 pieces. We tried to do the 4x8, but there was a lot of space. It didn't look right. We're putting the carriage bolts through to hold the wood down. And then we got these eye hooks here, and they're bolted through the bottom, and this is for our straps. They do have specific things made for straps, but they were $11 each. These are only $1 each, so these work just as well in my opinion. Now what I wanted to show you real quick is we're kind of setting up the tank in our system here. What we did is I saw that if you have a pump like mine, like I showed you guys in the first video, so go back and check that out if you haven't seen it. We got this pump here that's going to pump straight from the tank to our pressure washer. However, this is a continuous pump, so if you're not actually holding the trigger on your pressure washer, this is going to still be trying to pump, and it can overheat and burn up your motor. So we got to have a return line. I'm going to show you some of the setup on that, but what we're doing right now is I got one of these drillers here for holes, and this is a 1-inch. So yeah, it's a 1-inch. So what you do is you can get one of these from anywhere, and then I got one of these hose bib adapter things. It's got the threads on the bottom, and then it's got a bib here. If you do the 1-inch and then you get this, right now I haven't screwed it in yet, but it's gonna fit perfectly, and I can screw this in, some plumber's tape, and then what we're gonna do is I've got this clear hose here. This is 7/8 O.D, 5/8 ID. This is from Home Depot. So what you can do is this is going to run straight to here, okay? So and it's going to come from the pump. So basically it's going to bypass the water when it's not being used. It's going to circulate back through the tank here. And then that's how it's worked. So I'll show you kind of some of the other stuff I bought, and we'll kind of go from there. Alright guys, so as I was saying, we were getting the hose bib in, and we drilled the hole. Again, the 1-inch here went through. It was a little tough to thread it, so I had to just a hair make it a little tiny bit bigger, and then so I could get this threaded. You don't want to make it too big, so it's just going to plop in. You want to get that threaded. We did get it threaded. We put our thread tape, just basic thread tape here, and then to really seal up any gaps, we put some plumber's putty, and that should, it's not high pressure or anything really, so it should just be going back in the tank and be no issues. I'm going to try to show you what it looks like on the underneath side, just so you can see there. Alright guys, so we got the hose bib finally in. It's a little bit, not too difficult, but a little more difficult than we thought to get it threaded, because I want to really make sure that we can get it threaded in there. So we did have to drill the hole out, just a hair bigger. And then obviously the hose is going to go here. I'm going to try to show you what it looks like from the underneath side here. But what we wanted to do is really just make sure that this looks professional. As you can see, this really looks like it came with the tank. All we did was throw a little plumber's tape on there, and then put a little plumber's putty just to make sure that there's no leaks. Alright guys, so for the setup from the tank, we got a few things from Home Depot. One is this little hose saver. It's called a hose saver. It's just a small piece. We got a splitter. One's going to be going to the pump, one's going to be going to the tank. I got this here. It's going to go, I'll show you here in a second. And then we got a double-ended hose adapter here. So I needed this. If you get this type of pump, you're probably going to need that as well. So what we're gonna do here is kind of set this up for you guys. So this is gonna go straight onto your pressure washer and into your pump, okay? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna thread this on. Make sure you get it nice and tight. Okay, that part, right? And then what you're gonna do, put this in onto your pump. Okay, get that good and tight. Now what we're gonna have to do is, well, okay, I messed up, so this is part of making a video, huh? This has got to go on your splitter. So obviously, because I remember I said one's got to go to your pump, one's got to go here. So trial and error here. And get this on. Get that straight there. Get that tight. This is going to go into here. All right. This one is going to go in here. This is your return to the tank. And that's what this hose is going to connect to, and then connect up into the bib for the return to the tank. This is going to go on this side, your double ended here. You may not have to have this, it just depends on what kind of connector you have on your tank here. But if you have this, like this side's the thread, one not. So that's what's going to be there, and then we're going to have the hose that goes to there. Which
I accidentally flipped the camera on myself. Okay.
Alright, so got a little garden hose. Actually, this comes with this pump if you buy the pump. So I'm just going to hook it straight onto here. And then boom, straight into your pump. And that's that.
Alright, we got the hose clamp here. And like we said, the hose is going to run back into it. Bam. All set.